Back in July, Motorola launched third generation of their highly popular the Moto G series in India. Dubbed the Moto G3, the phone has been priced aggressively by the company by keeping its price the same as the Moto G second generation at Rs 12,999 for the 16GB model. Another variant with 8GB of internal memory is priced at Rs 11,999. Both the variants of the Moto G third generation are exclusively available from the Flipkart. This is Gaurav from MySmartPrice, and let us see how well the new Moto G 2015 performs in this detailed review. Motorola did not tinker around much with the tried and tested design of the second generation Moto G, and for the same reason, the third generation Moto G feels quite similar to its predecessor. Motorola kept the display size unchanged and the G3 sports a 5-inch 720p screen. The major visible change in the removable pattern back panel, which looks and feels quite premium compared to the plain back panel design of the second generation Moto G. Motorola also upgraded the main camera to 13 megapixel from the 8 megapixel along with the front camera, which has also been upgraded to 5 megapixels from 2 megapixels. Another major upgrade in the Moto G third generation is its IPX7 certification, which makes the phone waterproof for 30 minutes under 1 minute of fresh water. Now this is a big upgrade. The front of new Moto G is dominated by the 5-inch display followed by a earpiece vent on the top, the front 5 megapixel camera and few sensors. There is a single loudspeaker at the bottom. Motorola has dropped the LED notification light but added their active display technology on the G3. On the right, we have power and volume rocker keys. At the bottom, we have micro USB port as well as the primary mic. The left side is devoid of any buttons. The 3.5mm audio jack is located at the top along with the secondary mic for noise cancellation, which finds a place next to it. At the rear, we have the new 13 megapixel AF camera, dual LED CCD flash and the Motorola logo. The new Moto G is completely built using the matte plastic and it gives a solid feel, still remaining quite lightweight. Overall, the new Moto G feels quite nice in the hand. Opening the back panel reveals the two micro SIM slots and the micro SD card slot. According to official specifications, the new Moto G can use up to 32GB micro SD cards, but I did not face any issues while using a Kingston 120GB Class 10 SDXC card. In India, we have only dual SIM dual standby version of the Moto G third generation. But unlike the predecessor, the new Moto G also has 2GB RAM in its 16GB variant. Motorola has upgraded the processor to the Qualcomm Snapdragon 410 quad-core 1.4 GHz SoC, which has now a 64-bit architecture. The company has also upgraded the battery with a higher capacity of 2470 mAh, which is again non-removable. Motorola claimed that they worked quite hard to achieve even more battery juice in new Moto G using various software and hardware level optimizations. The display is bright enough for indoor use but fades under direct sunlight. The display also has average viewing angles similar to its predecessor. It's unfortunate that even with the third generation Moto G, Motorola has not really updated the quality of its display. The new Moto G runs Android 5.1.1 Lollipop out of the box with unique Motorola apps like Moto Assist, Moto Alert, Moto Migrate, which helps the user in various ways. For example, Moto Migrate allows the user to transfer user data like contacts, call logs, SMS, photos, videos, and music from compatible Android devices. It also supports migration from iPhones, but only contacts and calendar entries are allowed. Just like its predecessor, the new Moto G also has a smooth and fluid UI. I did not find any stutter while navigating within the UI, and all the time it was very smooth. But I observed some UI stutter in the dialer app and the default SMS app when both had lots of data like some hundreds of call logs and few thousand messages. Most of the popular social apps like Facebook, Twitter, Facebook Messenger and WhatsApp run without an issue. Even after more than 100 apps and one of the two large games installed, you won't find the device slowing down a bit. Now this is definitely a great achievement, especially considering the fact that the device is powered by a lower mid-range chipset, the Snapdragon 410. In terms of call quality, the Moto G3 fares pretty well. The earpiece on the device is quite loud. The noise cancellation in calls is also decent. I didn't face any issues in calls, and in our all test calls, both parties could hear each other quite well. Even though there is a single loudspeaker this time, it is pretty loud when you put calls in speakerphone mode. Overall, Motorola has given a fantastic call experience in the new Moto G. I was happy with the battery life of the new Moto G. Even after social apps getting synced in the background, the new Moto G easily lasted more than a day with a moderate usage. With heavy usage in dual SIM mode, I could get more than 10 hours of total usage time with more than 5 hours of screen on time. In the box, Motorola has provided a 1.1 ampere output wall charger which has two USB outputs. It takes close to 3 hours to charge with the stock supplied charger when battery is completely zero. But when used with a 2 ampere charger, the charging time gets reduced to 2.5 hours for 0 to 100% charge. When it comes to audio performance, the new Moto G is one of my favorite phones under Rs 15,000 price bracket. It provides loud output and also able to drive our test earphones like the Creative R102 and Bose QC20. The bundled stereo headset is quite basic, and I recommend to get better earphones to enjoy the real potential of the third generation Moto G. The audio output is also fairly balanced and provides a distortion-free output even at high volumes. Just like its predecessor, the new Moto G has Google Play Music Player as its default player. The Moto G has built-in FM stereo radio. I didn't face any signal issues even indoors, and the output is quite loud for earphones. Motorola has provided FM radio recording feature in the FM radio app, and the recordings are in stereo as well. The third generation Moto G can play Full HD videos out of the box. In the default videos app, there is no subtitle support. MPEG-4 videos played without any issue, but there were some playback issues with the MKV files. Motorola has upgraded the primary camera of Moto G3 to a 13 megapixel with a f2.0 aperture. Motorola claims that this is same camera they have used in the Nexus 6 sans the optical image stabilization. The new rear camera also gets a wider field of view of 76 degrees. Now this is definitely a great thing. The front camera is also upgraded to a 5 megapixel sensor with a f2.2 aperture and wider field of view of 72 degrees. In terms of actual performance in low light, this new 13 megapixel camera module is way better than the old 8 megapixel camera used in the Moto G2. The daylight performance is definitely fantastic. The autofocus is quick enough and shot-to-shot time is also pretty quick. Motorola has done a great job with the image processing. Photos have great noise control without loss of details in the images. The only major negative I found is a poor performance in the panorama shots. It's better to use some third-party camera apps for better panorama shots. And here are some samples. Motorola has continued the same interface of camera app from its predecessor. It's quite clean, and to access settings you need to swipe from left to right. Here we get options for the HDR, flash control, touch focus, video modes like slow motion, panorama, location options, storage options, and shutter sound. The third generation Moto G can now record 1080p Full HD videos at 30 frames per second along with 720p HD slow motion videos at 120 frames per second from rear as well as front cameras. Just like the imaging performance, the video recording performance has completely surprised me, especially the slow motion video recording performance by both cameras. The noise is well controlled in videos with all light conditions, except when the light is quite low. Here are some video samples. In AnTuTu benchmark, the new Moto G scored 23,715, that's 23715, which is better than its predecessors, but doesn't quite match the score of some of its rivals. It's way smoother than some of its competition from Samsung, LG and many more Chinese brands that have devices with a similar price tag. Motorola also provides the latest Android 5.1.1 out of the box and guarantees a software upgrade at least for next 1 year. As for gaming, I'm happy to say that new Moto G plays most games smoothly, including the likes of Modern Combat 5 and Real Racing 3, both of which are quite GPU intensive. I didn't face any major overheating problems while playing these games for 30 minutes straight, but as usual, expect a faster battery drain when playing these high-end games. The third generation Moto G provides some important upgrades over its predecessor like IPX7 waterproof solution, a far better camera with a great video recording capabilities, expandable storage up to 128GB, 2GB of RAM and a better battery life. If you are on the lookout for a reliable and a durable phone which is also waterproof and sports a sub 15,000 price tag, the Moto G3 is the one to go for. Thanks for watching this comprehensive video review by MySmartPrice. As always, please let us know what you think of the Moto G3 and this review by providing your feedback in the comment section below.